10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Jisha ma'am, Miss Sveena.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Miss Sveena. Can you hear me?
You are on mute, I believe.
She is okay. I will make her a host. Okay, you can now unmute. Good evening, Biju sir. Mr. Biju S. Pillai.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening. Biju sir is here. Biju sir cannot also speak. Okay, Biju sir, please let's introduce our moderator of today's session. Hope all set, Miss Sveena and Jisha promotes.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
all set, sir.
Okay, all the very best. And today we have subject specific based on artificial intelligence. So only those teachers will be attending the class today session today. Mr. Biju sir has gone. I think, yeah, I will do one thing. I will introduce Miss Sveena Kher. Here we go.
Ms. Sveena Kher, currently serving as the primary coordinator and TGT English teacher at Podar Learn School in Udgir, discovered her passion for teaching at the age of 14. Back then, she would teach children from her neighborhood. Her educational journey includes a master's degree in English and phonics. In 2022, she had the opportunity to be an observer for the National Testing Agency, NTA. The proudest moments of her life were receiving the Best Teacher Award consecutively for 2 years. Sweena's aim is to inspire and empower her students, encouraging them to embrace challenges, technology, and lifelong learning. Hearty welcome, Ms. Sveena. The stage is yours. Please proceed.
Yes,
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you
please.
so much. Thanks a lot, sir. A very warm good evening, everyone. Greetings from Extra Mile. Extra Mile is an exclusive platform created by the founder of DTEG, Dr. Salam, for providing online, offline trainings. Having a pool of resource person, Extra Mile is a resource pool to provide on-set trainings on demand across India. Before we begin, I would like to extend my gratitude to Dr. Abdul Salam and Extra Mile Education and Trainings for giving me this wonderful opportunity. I heartily welcome to all the participants as we begin this session on decoding artificial intelligence for grade 10th. It is a true joy to have each and every one of you as a vital part of the webinar. Artificial intelligence. The Central Board of Secondary Education, CBSE, in India has introduced a curriculum for artificial intelligence in grade 10th as an elective subject. This move aims to familiarize students with the basics of AI, its applications and ethical considerations, preparing them for future advancements in technology. Here's an overview of what this curriculum entails. Curriculum structure. The AI curriculum for grade 10 is typically divided into theoretical and practical components. What skills will be developed? Critical thinking, technical skills, ethical awareness. This AI curriculum is part of CBSE efforts to integrate modern technologies into the education system, preparing students for the digital age. So, before we begin today's session, there are a few things I would like to brief you about. Any query during the session can be conveyed through the meeting chat box. In order to have an interactive experience, you may clear your doubts by asking questions. Kindly use the virtual hand raise button and wait for your name to be called out for asking your query. The participants will have the opportunity to receive certificate only after filling up the certificate and feedback form, the link for which will be provided and shared at the end of the session. Kindly stay connected till the end of the session. I will talk about Dr. Abdul Salam sir now. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Dr. Abdul Salam sir. Dr. Abdul Salam is a CBSE resource person and master trainer. He is the founder and CEO of BTech and Extra Mile Education and Training. He has worked as the assessor of National Accreditation Board of Education and Training, Government of India. Sir, it is indeed our pleasure to have your gracious presence, and I would request you to take over the proceeding of the evening.
Well, thank you, Ms. Veena, and respected resource person of today, Ms. Jisha Pramod. Thank you so much, ma'am, for offering this session. When I approached Madam without any hesitation, she agreed to, take up this task of decoding artificial intelligence curriculum for grade 10. So, on behalf of all the educators, I extend my heartiest appreciation to Jisha, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And well, all participants, let's listen to Jisha, ma'am. As most of the schools have opted for the sixth subject or the skill subject, artificial intelligence, and which is now unavoidable as we are progressing with technology and all. So you can make this session an interactive one with Jisha, ma'am, and clear your questions, queries before you leave the platform. So thank you so much once again for everyone for joining this evening, and let's have a fruitful session. Let's stay back, sit back and enjoy. And Sina ma'am, you can go ahead introducing Jisha ma'am. Biju Pillai has, I think, network issues.
Okay.
Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your kind words. Resource person for today's session is Ms. Jisha Pramod, HOD of Computer Science, Chinmay Vidyalaya, Kunur. Ma'am is a Google certified educator as well as a content creator under CBSE Diksha Life. One of her articles titled Indian Mythology and Tower of Hanoi got published in prestigious Bharat Sahodaya e-magazine Transformers. Ma'am, it's indeed our pleasure to have your gracious presence, and now the stage is yours.
Thank you, Ms. Sina, for your kind words and warm welcome. Let me take this opportunity to thank Dr. Salam sir, respected Salam sir, Biju sir, and Swina. I'm so grateful to be a part of this web training series by Extra Mile Education and Training. Thank you so much, Salam sir, for your constant support and encouragement for all of us. It is indeed a great privilege for me. Thank you, sir. So let me begin my session. So in today's session, as you all know, we will be discussing about artificial intelligence curriculum of grade 10. So let me share my presentation. Ms. Veena, I hope it is visible. My presentation is visible. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. You are audible and it's visible properly.
Yeah, okay. So artificial intelligence. We all live in an era of artificial intelligence. So as you all know, artificial intelligence is the science and engineering of making intelligent machines. We cannot start an AI session without remembering this great personality. So this will be an interactive session. Okay, I want all my dear educators to respond through chat window. Okay, I'll be asking a question. If at all you have any questions and any queries, you can communicate through the chat window. So as we all know, this famous personality is the brain behind artificial intelligence, John McCarthy. So artificial intelligence, it is a form of intelligence, a type of technology, and a field of study. AI has sparked a lot of debates in almost all sectors because of its rapid advancements as well as its widespread impact. You know that there are a lot of controversies around this artificial intelligence. People always believe that AI will take over the world and we are left with no job. So in considering all these things in mind, let us listen to some of famous AI quotes. Okay, I want you to give me your response. Can you identify this personality? Please respond through chat window. Who's this famous personality? Yeah, of course, I got response from Zinat ma'am, Sumita ma'am. Yeah, as you all know, it is Sundar Pichai. Okay, according to Sundar Pichai, AI is probably the most important thing humanity has ever worked on. Now, let us listen to what Mark Zuckerberg says about AI. The real story of AI is not about man versus machine, but about how we can benefit from working together. Now, can you identify this personality? Anyone? Make a guess? Yeah, Sundar Pichai is CEO of Google. Yes, of course. Again, Zinat ma'am is coming with a response. It is Satya Nadella. Satya Nadella is CEO of Microsoft, isn't it? Yeah. So according to him, the future of AI will be shaped by the choices we make, both as individuals and as societies. So even though you have a lot of confusion regarding artificial intelligence, how it will affect our society, we have to go and we have to learn how to live with artificial intelligence. And it is very important that we have to train our children to live with artificial intelligence. Now let us take an overview of the curriculum of artificial intelligence. So we'll be mainly discussing today the part B section, okay, that has been divided into 7 units. So it starts with introduction to artificial intelligence, and we have AI project cycle, advanced Python, data science. We'll be discussing 3 domains of artificial intelligence, okay? So data science, we have computer vision and natural language processing. So while discussing the curriculum, we'll be discussing how can you give various activities under various sessions and how can you connect with national education policy, okay? And what are the different ways in which you can train the children. So you know that AI is a form of intelligence. So when we talk about intelligence, we have different kinds of intelligence. As you all know, we have mathematical intelligence, spatial intelligence, kinesthetic intelligence, interpersonal as well as intrapersonal intelligence. So all these types of intelligence, that the word itself describes what it is, isn't it? And you have musical intelligence, different types of intelligence. So when we begin our artificial intelligence, problem solving is a main concern of artificial intelligence. Okay, so we have to find out problems. So we have to find the solutions of problems. So we can give you can divide the children into different groups and you can give them various scenarios. Okay, let us take an example. This is scenario 1. I want all of you to listen carefully. Okay, this is a small puzzle. Okay, you are in a room and you have 3 switches. Okay, switches are labeled A, B, and C. And you are in a room with a closed door. Outside the room, there is a single light bulb. So you cannot see from your room the status of the bulb, whether it is on or off. So you are told that these switches, the bulb is controlled by these switches, but you don't know which switch controls the light. So your task is you have to determine which switch controls the light bulb. So can you please come up with your answers? Whether it is switch A, B, or C. What do you think? I hope the scenario is clear to you all. You have 3 switches and a light bulb outside the room. You're allowed to go out of the room only once. You have to find out which switch controls the bulb. I'm waiting for your answers. Any guess? Make any guess, whether it is A, B, or C. Free to respond. I hope I'm audible. Yeah,
Yes,
I got an answer.
yes.
Okay, I'm getting answers. Okay, thank you. Maybe C. You have C, B, switch A, fine. Okay, it can be A, B, or C. So how will you solve the situation? That is the question. Okay, it's a problem solving scenario that you can throw to your students. You can divide them into groups and you can give them different scenarios. So answer to this particular scenario is like this. So you have 3 switches and you have only one chance to find out which switch controls it. Okay. Yeah. Turn on A and B and keep C off. Okay, I'm getting responses. I'm happy that you people are giving me responses. Thank you, dear teachers. So actually answer to this particular puzzle is like this. You switch on A, okay? Keep it on for say 5 minutes. Then you switch it off. You switch on the switch labeled B, okay? Then you go out of the room and check the status of the bulb. If the switch is on, what is the meaning? Which switch controls? It's B, right? And if it is in the off position, what you can do, what are the possibilities? It can be either A or C. So in that case, what will you do? You can just touch the bulb, and if it is hot, you realize that A is the switch that controls the bulb. Otherwise, it is C. This is just a simple scenario. Okay, so you can give such scenarios so for problem solving puzzles to the children. And this is another interesting scenario that is already available in the AI facilitator handbook. Okay, so for this particular scenario, you all will be knowing the answer. So here the situation is like this. You are locked inside a room with through 3 doors. Okay, so to move out of the locked room, you have to find a safe door. So what is the problem with the door? The first door, there is a lake with a deadly shark. In the second door, you have a mad psychopath with a weapon. Okay. Third door, you have a lion that has not eaten since last 2 months. So which door you will take? Which is the safest door for you? Yeah, third door. Why third door, ma'am? Amina ma'am says third door. Vinaya ma'am also says third door. Yes, exactly. I'm happy with your answer. The lion would be dead. Thank you, Disha, for your response. So this is the decision making. So AI plays artificial intelligence. In artificial intelligence, decision making plays a very important role. Then you know that in everyday life, we are surrounded by machines that works on AI. When you use your voice assistants, Siri, Alexa, you're making use of AI, isn't it? So Google gives you the best search results with the help of artificial intelligence. When you use Google Maps to navigate, again, you are making use of artificial intelligence. And when you access your social media sites, you know that you are getting various recommendations based on artificial intelligence, and your best gaming experience that is again enabled with the help of artificial intelligence. So let us learn various terminologies associated with artificial intelligence. So you can use AI as an umbrella term that includes machine learning as well as deep learning. You know that in artificial intelligence, you are making the machine to work exactly like human being. Okay, it has the ability to take decisions, okay, solve your problems, analyze. It helps you to, for critical thinking, everything is enabled with the help of artificial intelligence. And what is machine learning? When you use a machine learning, you can say as a subset of artificial intelligence. Machine learning, it is a subset of artificial intelligence where you are making use of data. So the machine is trained based on the data given by the programmer. And what is deep learning? Deep learning is a complex situation of artificial intelligence in which you are making use of neural networks, and that will complex multiple neural networks will help you to make decision that enables you to think exactly like human being. So we have the three terms AI, ML and DL. Artificial intelligence is the umbrella term. Machine learning is a subset of AI in which you have data and you are training the machine based on the data given by the programmer. In deep learning, you are working with a huge amount of data and you will be executing complex multi-level neural networks. Okay, I hope those three terms are clear to all of you. And whenever you develop an AI system, we have to think about the ethics. Okay, ethics are that mainly deals with the moral principles that you should have whenever you develop an artificially intelligent system. And data privacy is also very, very important. You know that when you download an application, you are agreeing to the terms and conditions of the developer, isn't it? So you are not at all going through all these terms and conditions. So we are blindly agreeing to all the terms and conditions. So actually we are compromising the data. So data privacy is a prime concern of AI. Another thing is AI bias. So what is your opinion about AI bias? What do you mean by bias in AI? Can you give me any situation of bias in AI? Again, I'm waiting for your response. Where can you find bias in AI? See, listen, you know that an artificially intelligent machine is developed by a programmer, isn't it? So however you think that you are an unbiased person, there is always bias, isn't it? You cannot be 100% unbiased person. Yeah, beach images while searching for vacation. See, bias in the sense, see, we can have gender bias. Okay, so we can, so these are all what is meant by bias. So when you develop a system will always consider respond to male, will be more prone to male or female, something like that. So all these things comes under bias. Okay, discrimination. So see, when you develop a system, you're training a system that will reflect definitely the character of the developer in one way or the other, isn't it? So that comes under AI bias. So we have to tell the children that AI bias is also a very important concern whenever you develop any type of discrimination. Okay, thank you, Asha, ma'am. Yes. So all these things. Then another thing is AI access. You know that not all persons are able to access this artificial intelligence. Okay. So very few people are able to know how to use this AI efficiently and effectively. That is another concern when you consider the term artificial intelligence. Now, next is AI project cycle. Okay, whenever you develop any artificially intelligent system, you have to go on through different steps of AI project cycle. They are already familiar with the curriculum. You will be knowing various steps of AI project cycle. It starts with problem scoping, okay, and we have data acquisition, we have data exploration, modeling, and evaluation. Evaluation is the last session of AI project cycle. So how many stages you have? We have five phases of AI project cycle. Okay, it starts with problem scoping, data acquisition, data exploration, modeling, and evaluation. So we'll begin with problem scoping. Okay, problem scoping is nothing but identifying the problem. You have to look around and find what are the problems that you have around you. Okay, we have a lot of problems. Okay, if at all you are not able to find any problem around you, you have a solution for that too. Have you heard about SDG? Can anybody tell me what is SDG? I'm waiting for your response. Yes, again, I got an answer from Amina, Jasmine. Thank you so much for your response. Sudha ma'am, Deepa ma'am, Vinaya ma'am. Yeah, fine. So SDG stands for Sustainable Development Goals. Okay. So SDGs are identified by UN. We have, I got an answer already in the chat window. We have 17 SDGs identified by UN. So the main aim is that we will be achieving all these SDGs by year 2020. So these are 17 SDGs. So you can take any of these SDGs. That is, we have no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being. And whenever you develop your lesson plan in any subject, okay, this can be one of your concern. Okay, whenever you develop, it should satisfy. Whenever you write your lesson plan, it should help you to achieve any of these SDGs. Okay, we have 17 SDGs. So if at all you don't have any problems, okay, I'm getting a lot of responses. Thank you, teachers, for your response. So you can take any of these SDGs. Okay, so when you have a problem, once you identify a problem, you have 4 W's associated with the problem canvas. Okay, first one is who. Who means what? Who is having the problem? The stakeholders who is suffering from this particular problem. And second W canvas is what? What exactly the problem is. Okay, and you have the third stage, that is where. Okay, where exactly the problem arises and why. Why do you want to solve this problem, and who will be benefited by solving this particular problem? So after identifying the problem, the first stage of AI cycle is we will be relating this project cycle with AI domains. Okay, so basically we have 3 AI domains. We'll be discussing data science in detail. Then we have computer vision and natural language processing. So we'll be relating this AI project cycle with all the 3 domains of AI. So you have who, what, where, and why canvas for problems. Now next is data acquisition. Once the problem is identified, what is the next step? You have to collect the data. Okay, you have to acquire the data. So for any AI project to be efficient, the training data should be authentic, it should be error-free, and it should be relevant to the problem statement too. Okay, so we are all familiar with big data, isn't it? Big data helps you to collect the data, and we have learned various features. We know as computer science teachers or AI educators, we have various features of big data. So can you please tell me what are the 5 V's associated with big data? It is an emerging trend. Yeah, I got a response. Yes, fine. Velocity. We have 5 V's associated with. Amina, thank you for your response. You have velocity, veracity, value, volume, and variety. Okay, thank you for your response. Just for your information, whenever you deal with data, you should know the features of data too. So how will you collect the data? Yeah, thank you, Sudha ma'am, for your response. So for collecting the data, you can conduct surveys. Okay, you can make use of any of the website, valid website, government run website. Okay, you can make use of sensors, cameras to get images. You can make use of cameras, videos. You can make observations. And you can make use of any of the API to get or collect data. Okay, different methods. You can make use of it. Any queries, Padmavati man, you can ask at last. Okay. So to analyze the data, you need to visualize the data in a user-friendly manner, right? So that you can get, you will get an idea of the trends, relationship, patterns, etc., connected with the data. So I'll be sharing a Menti link with you all. Okay, just answer to that Menti. Let me use my chat window. Okay, just click on this Menti link and try to access. Give me a response. I hope you are able to access.
Miss Veena, can you access it?
Yes, yes, I can, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Jisha ma'am, your screen is going blank.
okay, sir. So I'll be sharing the Menti link now. Is it visible, sir?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Good.
So I'm getting responses. So you can use scatter plot, pie chart, flow chart, bar graph, histogram, yeah, pictograph. Okay, fine. Thank you, teachers, for your response. Okay, now I'm again using my PowerPoint presentation. I hope it is visible. Sina ma'am, it's visible?
Yes, yes, it's visible, ma'am.
Thank you. So these are various data visualization techniques that can use that helps you to analyze the data. Okay. So next is data modeling. So in data modeling, you are expressing your AI with the help of a mathematical relationship. Okay. AI models are a mathematical approach towards analyzing the data. So AI models are mainly classified into learning-based model as well as rule-based model. As the name implies, rule-based model means what? A rule is given by the programmer and the model will work only based on the rule. Okay. Learning-based model means what? The model learns by itself from the data that is given. Okay. So for that, you can make use of machine learning as well as deep learning. Now we'll see this learning-based approach in detail. Okay. So in learning-based approach, you have supervised learning and unsupervised learning as well as reinforcement learning. So in supervised learning, you are working based on label data. Okay. So you know that the programmer is giving the data. Okay. All these data are labeled. Unsupervised learning works on unlabeled data, that the programmer has no idea about what is the kind of data that has been given to the system. Okay. Reinforcement learning, it basically works on feedback methodology, trial and error method. Okay. So that is reinforcement learning. Supervised learning, again, we have classification as well as regression. Okay, I told you supervised learning works on labeled data. That is, you know what exactly the data that you are giving to the system or you are feeding to the model. So you are telling the model that this is banana, this is apple, you have mangoes. Okay, you are labeling, each and everything has been labeled. So classification is one method of supervised learning that works on discrete data, and regression is another method of supervised learning that works on continuous data. Okay. Then under unsupervised learning, we have clustering. Okay. So clustering means what? You're grouping the data based on some common patterns. So I can tell you an example. Suppose you have a beautiful garden in your school, but you have no idea about the various types of plants or species of plants that you have in your garden. So you can give the data to the system. Okay. It is unsupervised learning in which the programmer has no idea. The data is not labeled at all. Okay. So the machine will analyze the data given by the programmer, and it will be finding out certain common patterns, trends, and based on that, you will be clustering the data based on the patterns or trends, whatever features, common features that the machine has. So that is learning-based approach. And we have reached, so we finished problem scoping data. Can you please tell me the respond with the various stages of AI project cycle? Yes, teachers. Okay, we have problem scoping, data acquisition, data exploration, modeling. Okay, I'm getting responses. Thank you. Yeah, I got a response, problem scoping, acquisition, exploration, modeling, and evaluation. So we have reached the evaluation stage. Okay, that is the last stage of AI project cycle. So once the model is been trained, we have to do a proper testing of the model. You should be able to calculate the efficiency and performance of the model. Okay, so that is known as evaluation. So evaluation is calculate efficiency of the model. You are determined based on 4 parameters. So you will be checking the accuracy of the model, precision of the model, recall, and F1 score. Actually, this evaluation is given as the last unit, but I'm discussing evaluation here itself. Okay. So once the model is trained, you have to test the model for its efficiency and performance. Okay. So for that, you have 4 parameters that you should check: accuracy, precision, recall, and F1 score. So based on that, you have a confusion matrix too. Okay. So what is a confusion matrix? So you have the comparison between the prediction of the model. You have a model that has been developed. Okay. So there is a prediction of the model, and what is the actual reality? Okay, that has been recorded in this confusion matrix. So there is no confusion actually, as the name implies. Okay, it is actually giving you a simple pictorial representation of how effectively calculate the efficiency. For confusion matrix, we have 4 situations. Okay, so once you design a model, the first situation is true positive. That is, the prediction and reality matches. The prediction is true. That is known as true positive. And the second one is true negative. Okay. So prediction and reality, true negative. But prediction is false. False positive means what? Prediction and reality do not match. The prediction is true. False negative. So I'll just explain this with an example, so that I'll be more clear to you. So this is actually the confusion matrix. So you have 2 situations, prediction as well as reality, yes and no. So when the prediction is yes and reality is yes, that is the true positive condition. When the prediction is yes and reality is no, you call it as false positive condition. I hope you are able to follow me. Then prediction is no, that is reality is yes, that is false negative. Prediction is no, reality is no, that is true negative. So these are the 4 situations. So we'll discuss this with the help of an example. Okay, you have an AI model that has been developed. Okay, that helps you for medical diagnosis. Okay, so this learning model helps you to predict whether a patient has diabetes based on various medical tests and patient information, based on the data. So the first situation is true positive. The model correctly predicts a diabetic patient as diabetic. Okay, so can you tell me what is false negative? What is the next step that you have in this? Can anybody respond through chat window? True positive, that is the first state where the model correctly presents diabetic patient as diabetic. If you want, you can you unmute and respond? Okay, I'll continue. So true, next is false positive. So in that case, the model incorrectly predicts a non-diabetic patient as diabetic. Okay, that is false positive. A non-diabetic patient is predicted as diabetic. Then true negative means what? A non-diabetic patient is considered as non-diabetic only. True negative. Okay. Okay, fine. I got response from teachers. I'm getting response. Thank you. And the last state is false negative. The model incorrectly predicts the diabetic patient as non-diabetic. So based on this values, you can calculate accuracy. Okay, we have a formula that helps you to calculate the accuracy. And let us say our model achieves an accuracy of 90%. What is the meaning? That is 90% of the predictions made by this particular model is correct. Okay, that is accuracy. See, you cannot check the efficiency of this AI model only because of based on accuracy, right? So you go on with recall. Recall tells us about model's ability to correctly identify positive instances from all the actual positive instances. So you have the ratio of true positive divided by the sum of true positive and false negative. So if a model has a recall of 80%, that means that the model correctly identifies 80% of diabetic patients. Okay. Again, we are not satisfied. Okay. So we have accuracy. Okay. After that, recall. Then we move on to precision. So precision tells us about the accuracy of positive predictions made by the model. So it is a ratio of true positive divided by sum of true positive and false positive. Again, based on the value, you can determine whether the model is efficient or not. Then we have reached the last stage, that is F1 score. F1 score is basically the harmonic mean of precision and recall. Okay, so this formula is wrong actually. I placed the formula wrongly. So you have a correct formula that is given in the your syllabus itself. It is a facilitator handbook. We have this 2 into, that is a multiplication. So that is precision, F1 score. Okay, so in the medical, this particular scenario, F1 score you can calculate, and that helps you to identify how efficient the model is. Okay, now we move on to neural network. So AI project cycle is over. You know that neural networks works on huge amount of data. Whenever you want to deal with a large amount of data, you make use of a neural network. So neural network basically modeled on human brain and nervous system, automatically extract features without input from the programmer. These are all characteristics of neural networks. Every neural network is a machine learning algorithm. and it is useful for solving problems for which data set is very large. Whenever you have a large data set, you make use of neural networks. I told you in deep learning techniques, you make use of multi-layer neural networks, okay, that works on a huge amount of data. So in neural networks, you have an input state or an input layer, okay, and you have a hidden layer and you have an output layer. So data is given through the input layer, it passes to various hidden layers, and you are getting the desired output, that is the output layer. So that is all about neural networks. Now we will discuss in details various AI domains. Okay, basically we have three types of domains: data science, computer vision, and natural language processing. Okay, so I have this. Okay, thank you, Jaya ma'am, for your response. It is F1 score. Formula is also given in the chat window. Thank you so much for your response. So when we talk about various AI domains, we have data science, computer vision, and natural language processing. So data science, computer vision, and natural language processing. So the peculiarity of this particular topic is that all these AI domains are related with real world scenarios. Okay, we'll be able to answer various questions from our students. See, every time we used to get a question from the student, why we are learning all these things? What is the use of studying this? Isn't it? So AI will give you a specific answer to all their queries. Everything is related to our real world scenarios. So when we talk about data science, applications of data science, it is mainly used in fraud and risk detection. That is, if you have a financial organization and if you're trying to take a loan, you can just go through the history of that person, credit score based on the available data. So it enables you for fraud and risk detection. Data science is widely used in genetics and genomics. You know that that will help you to study what are the problems because of the application of a particular drug. Okay, administer a particular drug, what are the effects? Okay, all these research purposes, you can make use of data science. And data science is widely used by almost all search engines to give you the best result. As you all know, targeted advertising. So based on your network behavior, you are getting recommendations, okay, website recommendations. Again, data science and airline route planning. Also, you can make use of data science, okay. So these are various applications of data science. Now, you know that Python is a very efficient programming language that helps you to implement these data science. Okay, so we have learned Python is an object-oriented programming language. It is cross-platform programming language. You can handle the data effectively and efficiently using Python. Okay, so when we talk about various sources of data, as we have already discussed, you can conduct interviews, you can conduct surveys, websites, you can depend on authorized government portals for collecting the data. Okay, and when we talk about data access, in Python, various modules are available, or you can say various libraries are available that helps you to handle the data effectively and efficiently. So that comes under advanced Python portion. Okay, it's basically the Python programming that uses NumPy, Panda, all such things. Okay, so NumPy, you can make use of NumPy numerical Python, and you have SciPy scientific Python you have, and you have Pandas. So can anybody tell me, how do you get the name Pandas? That is a question to you. How do you get the name Pandas? Can I have response from you? Yeah, Pandas, NumPys, fine. Yeah. Okay, very good. Thank you for your response, Asha ma'am. Pandas stands for panel data. Okay, Pandas stands for panel data. So all these helps you to deal with various data. And for data visualization, we have matplotlib. Okay, that helps you to plot bar chart you can plot, histogram you can plot. So all these things are helping you for data analysis. Okay, scatter plot. You can make use of pie chart. So everything is enabled. Data visualization you can implement with the help of matplotlib library of Python. And you have statistical, you have statistical function also. You have a statistical module in Python that helps you to calculate various statistical functions like mean, median, all those statistical function. Also, you can calculate with the help of a statistical module of Python. Then we move on to the next domain, that is computer vision. So computer vision is a field of AI that helps computers to derive information based on images, videos, and other inputs. So you have images and videos in computer vision. So that was a video on Amazon Go. Okay. So you can make use of grab and go technology. Everything is controlled by computer vision. Okay. So when we talk about computer vision applications, self-driving cars, so I've already received response from teachers. Okay. Autopilot mode, Google Lens, Lenskart, Tesla. Okay. So in self-driving cars, computer vision has been used. In facial recognition, use your face unlock on your phone. You're making use of computer vision. And in medical imaging also, you're making use of this computer vision. Augmented reality, we have computer vision in biometric access management. We have computer vision and, Google search by image option. That is also making use of the AI domain, computer vision. Okay. Now, when we talk about computer vision task, it helps you to identify single object as well as multiple objects. So when you want to identify single objects, it's making use of the technique classification as well as classification and localization. For multiple objects, we have object detection and instant segmentation. So when we talk about image, we have various technologies associated with image. You are all familiar with these terms. We have pixel, resolution, grayscale, and RGBs. So when we talk about pixel stands for picture element. Okay, the number of pixels determines the resolution of an image. Okay, grayscale gives you different shades of gray, and you have RGBs too. So in our AI curriculum, they have specified a particular website. So accessing that website, students can learn all these various color combinations. So you can give a small program, or you can give instructions to the students, what are the combinations and what is the resultant color you get when you have all these combinations. So you can give exercises like that. So you have an computer vision or imaging library that is available, OpenCV in Python. So this can be a sample exercise you can give on to the students. What is the output color that you get for the following combinations, for the following RGB values? Okay, when you go to that particular site, you can see that it is very user friendly. And in AI curriculum, CBSE has given in each sections what are the practical way of learning various concepts. Okay, so students can learn all these concepts through games. You can give a lot of activities based on that. And convolution is actually optional in AI curriculum of grade 10. It's again a simple mathematical operation, but it is actually an important concept of computer vision. Okay, so convolution is an element-wise multiplication of the image that helps you to process the image, and you will get a more clear picture of an image that you are processing. Okay, so actually you will have an kernel and you have your image array as well as a kernel array, and you have the resultant array. For this convolution operation also, you have a website that is given in the curriculum. You can just go through that website and you can run and you can change the kernel and you can see what are the effects. So based on the kernel, the result will also be, you will get a different output. Okay, So that is convolution. So in convolution, so when you say that, you can say this, the result as it's a product I into k. You're multiplying 1 into 1 plus 0 into 0, like that you're multiplying the elements, and accordingly you're getting the result. Okay, sum of the corresponding elements of the array will give you the resultant array. So the kernel, when the kernel determines the quality of the resultant picture. So kernel is again a matrix that slide across the image multiplied with the input such that the output is enhanced in a certain desirable manner. Each kernel has a different value for different kind of effects. So in that particular exercise also, you can select the kernel and you can see what are the changes that is coming in the effect. And we have, yeah, unit of image, I got an answer. And we have CNN. Okay, CNN is again a deep learning algorithm which can take an input image. So these are all actually, I can say, computer vision that is given in the syllabus is optional. So as far as a grade 10 child is concerned, it is a little difficult to understand maybe, but you can just introduce these concepts to them. Okay, so CNN is a deep learning algorithm. So that based on the input device, it will process the image and it will go through various techniques, and you will get a proper output. So you have convolution layer, rectified linear unit, pooling layer, and fully connected layer. Now we move on to the third domain, that is NLP. NLP is a very interesting domain of AI. It is focused on enabling computers to understand and process human languages. Okay, so the aim of, or the objective of NLP is to read, decipher, understand, and make sense of human languages in a manner that is valuable. Okay, when we talk about NLP, you know that there are a lot of applications for NLP. So in all these chatbot and virtual assistants, it is making use of natural language processing. It is able to identify speech recognition, sentiment analysis. Okay, it helps you to analyze a particular model. Email filters are working based on natural language processing. You have text summarization. That's a very helpful application of NLP. Machine translation, text extraction, and classification. These are all applications of natural language processing. So when we talk about NLP, we have natural language understanding. Understand what you convey in your own regional languages, and you have natural language generation. Generation means generating in different languages. So we'll quickly discuss an AI project cycle with respect to NLP. Okay, so you know that we are living in a highly competitive world. Okay, so when people are not able to meet all these expectations, they are under stress and they go into depression. You know that, isn't it? So to overcome this, we have a medical approach. You call it as cognitive behavioral therapy. Okay, so it is considered as one of the best method to address stress. But you know that people are always hesitant to go and meet a therapist. So in cognitive behavioral therapy, we have your thoughts, your emotions, and your behavior. So we'll try to implement or go through various AI project cycle for this particular scenario. Okay, you can consider problem scoping. So people who suffer from stress are under who canvas. Okay, people who are going through the stress and they are reluctant to consult a psychiatrist. That is important. Okay, they don't want to meet a psychiatrist. They don't want to tell everyone that I'm under depression. And you have the what canvas. Okay, people who need help are reluctant to consult a psychiatrist. Okay, so that is what is the nature of the problem. Okay, so we have people suffering from stress, and we have where and why canvas. Okay, so where does the problem arises? Okay, what is the situation in which they experience this problem? We can analyze that. And why do you think the problem is worth solving? So who all are benefiting by solving this particular problem? So everything is in detail mentioned in the handbook. Okay, so considering all these things, you can have a problem statement. Okay, so we have people undergoing stress. Okay, they are not able to share their feelings. They need help in sharing their emotions. Okay, so we have a problem statement. So what is your goal of your model is to create a chat bot which can interact with the people, help them to vent out their feelings, and take them through a primitive CBT. Okay, you can't go for a detailed session and all. It is a chat bot that can just address your stress to some extent. Okay, that can be an application of this NLP, you can say. And for data acquisition, you can go for any of these techniques. Once the textual data is collected, you have to process the data, okay? And the easier version you can send to the machine. The text is normalized. So you have various steps for normalizing. You have text normalization, tokenization, you have bag of words. So considering all these things, you can fed the data to the machine, okay? Once the text has been normalized, you can give that to your AI model. Okay, so once your model is ready, depending upon the type of chatbot you try to make, we can have different types of AI model. So just for you to understand, how can you introduce AI project cycle for a particular situation? So model is trained and evaluated. We have learned different steps of evaluation. Okay. And you can check the efficiency of the model based on the answers given by the chatbot. You can compare the answers given by the chatbot with the actual chatbot, and you can evaluate your system. Now, you know that in national education policy, we are basically focusing on holistic and multidisciplinary learning. Okay. And you know that it gives importance to 21st century skills. So when we talk about 21st century skills, can you tell me what are the 4 C's associated with 21st century skills? Please use your chat. Okay, what are the 4 C's associated with 21st century skills? Yeah, I'm getting a response. Thank you, Asha ma'am. We have critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. Okay, so thank you so much for your response. Okay, Padmavati ma'am, Amina ma'am, Paul, Medikuti ma'am. Okay, thank you for your response. So this 21st century skills, this AI curriculum is mainly focusing on developing the 21st century skills of the students, and it enables experience learning and also competency-based education as well as inquiry-based learning. Okay, we are dealing with our real-world scenarios, so you can very well connect all these topics with the real world. So this is a sample project. Okay, so you can take a project as predicting the weather patterns. Okay, so when you can consider this as a multidisciplinary project. Okay, so you can have a model that predicts weather patterns based on the historical weather data. Okay, so you can integrate the concepts from mathematics, science. When we talk about science, you have meteorology that is associated with, and artificial intelligence. So you have a multidisciplinary project that includes maths, science, and AI. Okay, you can also think about another project to classify plants based on the leaf images that we have already discussed. Okay, you can build a machine model that classifies different species of plants. Okay, you can give images of the leaves. So this will again help you to integrate different subjects like artificial intelligence, maths, statistics, biology, like that. So these are all sample projects, and we have plenty of sample projects available in our AI website too. So you can go through all these sample projects that is available in the CBSE site. So by aligning Grade 10 AI curriculum with NEP 2020, you can create a comprehensive educational experience that is holistic, skill-oriented, and relevant to the modern world. So this particular approach enhances students' understanding artificial intelligence, and also it prepares them with the skills that is required for future academic and career success. So I'm concluding my session. Thank you for your patient listening. Now it's time for QA. If you have any queries, please come up with your queries. Let me stop sharing.
Thank you, ma'am. The words of wisdom had added on the intellectual pursuits of our esteemed participants. Definitely, we all will be able to use AI in our day-to-day plans. Now, if you are having any queries, then I request to all the participants, you can ask and you can use the chat box.
If they have any question, they can raise their hands and we will unmute them. They can clear it.
Once again, I request to the participants, if you are having any queries, then you can unmute yourself or raise your virtual hand.
I think that was self-explanatory.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, we can wind up then.
Okay, sir. So shall we proceed with vote of thanks?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
I would like to extend our gratitude and appreciation for Ms. Jisha Pramod, enlightening us with boundless discourse. I'm sure we are better equipped and are ready to take AI to our schools with confidence and guide our young learners to reap maximum benefit out of it. Dear participants, kindly note the link of certificate and feedback form has been already posted. You are requested to fill up the form with all necessary details. I, Swina Khera, along with Extra Mile Education and Trainings, would like to thank Dr. Abdul Salam for his boundless support and guidance. Thank you, sir, for such a great opportunity. Above all, I would want to express my gratitude to each and every one of our amazing participants who have been the life of the session by constantly filling the chat box with their questions and comprehensions. Your enthusiasm motivates us to come up with many more such interesting sessions. I sincerely hope we earned the privilege of your time. I would like to ask to Salam sir to conclude the meeting. We shall meet you in the next engaging session with another distinguished resource. Thank you, everyone. May you all continue to be happy and wise always. Over to you, Salam sir.
Thank you, Miss Swina, for the nice job. Well, Jisha ma'am, congratulations. Thank you so much for the very informative session with lots of problem solving opportunities. It was well prepared and presented. So thank you so much. We are very proud of teachers, educators like you, enlightening the educators fraternity. So everybody will find it very useful. Hope you won't mind sharing the PPT with the educators if it is okay for you. Please share with me. Yeah, because it will be a reference guide for them. So you can share with me. I can share with them through email. And let's stay connected for more and more sessions. On Wednesdays we come up with subject specific sessions, and next Wednesday we are going to have class on French language, and Saturdays general sessions. So thank you so much all participants for your wonderful participation and your patience and your enthusiasm in learning more and more. So learn more with Extra Mile Education and Training. Stay connected. The form for certificate is already posted, and you can fill it properly so that the certificate will come in your mail. Please search your spam mail also. Sometimes it lands in the spam folder. So many participants do say that I don't get certificates and all. So that is the reason. Another reason is they don't write the payment transaction ID in the form, so that they don't process the certificate. So these two things, please take care, and also write the email ID very correctly so that it will reach you properly. So wish you all the best in your teaching with the help of this kind of sessions and all, and definitely we'll share the PPT with you. Thank you so much. Jisha ma'am, thank you so much once again, and Sweena ma'am, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful.
For your support and encouragement. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Good night, sir.
Good night.